Wow, what a nice setting. I want
Thank
to be
you. I
there. I want to
appreciate
be
it.
there immediately. What do you have there? That old action figures and stuff?
It's a lot of toys, a lot of
Yeah.
collectibles. It's a dangerous combination, you know? I like movies and I like toys, so
Yeah.
trust me, all of this is my whole life savings. But it's
Yeah,
my
okay.
passion.
Yeah,
I
but
love it.
yeah, but you need to insure it, man. It's terrible if there's a wildfire or whatever.
Om man inte gör den här resan så tror jag inte han är med oss så länge till. Det är inte som det var förr.
Du har bestämt dig för att gå i pension, Lasse.
Well, first of all, I would like to start this interview with a confession because I have a regret about my experience watching The Last Journey, and that is that I did it alone. I think that this is a film that you should watch with someone you care about, someone you love, because at the end of the day, that's what makes movies special. You know, sharing them with the ones who are special to you. So, Frederick, I would like you to tell me, who's your favorite person to watch a movie with?
Wow, what a great question. Thank you for saying that. We've heard people watching it alone like you did and then coming back to the theater with a mother, father, whatever, a loved one. So that's a great way of putting it. Yeah.
Your objective is complete because the thing I did after watching the movie was call my mom and my grandpa.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow,
you guys made it. You guys made it.
Thank you so much. Well, my favorite person to watch a movie with is probably I have a friend called Alex, who I always watch films with in Stockholm, and we always drink 2 beers beforehand, not 3, because then you become a little groggy. We always go to the theater when it's almost empty so we can whisper to each other throughout the film without disturbing anyone. It's great to have that friend that you can do things with, and also any good movie brings people together somehow. And we have a little movie club in Stockholm where we show screenings. We have screenings of old movies like Silence of the Lambs or whatever,
Oh,
Funny
great.
Games. So he's that guy, I guess.
Silence of the Lamb, Funny Games. You're a horror guy. I mean, a suspense type of guy.
Yeah, I like those. My plan for the next screening is going to be a double feature to watch both before sunrise and before sunset. Like the
Oh.
Linklater films to see them as a double whammy. And somebody said, well, you need to show the third movie, but somebody else said that's way too depressing because I think they're all middle-aged and depressed and alcoholic at that point.
I
So-
haven't seen those yet because I feel that whenever I watch that trilogy, it's gonna break me. But
Yeah.
I'm saving it.
Yeah, you should.
You and Philip have been in this business for almost 3 decades now. But if we go back to the beginning of your career, there was a time where you guys were being criticized. I mean, you were called juvenile, disruptive, and many
Yeah.
other things. But then again, 25 years later, we're here and you guys have done everything from writing books, creating a podcast, traveling around the globe. You have produced many successful TV shows. So when you think about those 2 kids from back then, how do you feel? I mean, that now you created the biggest and the most successful documentary within your country's history.
Well, thank you so much. We weren't that young. I think we were 24, 25. We were way younger than we are now. But there is something about when you try to make it. We started in television. We hated everything we saw. It was all bland entertainment. And we just wanted to smash it, come from nowhere and just make something super disruptive. We knew that people would criticize, but at least it would sort of break the monotony of the bland entertainment system that,
I mean,
we
you gotta be
felt.
brave and bold and different.
Yeah, well, you need to really go for it. And sometimes I look back on a few of those shows and it was like, well, maybe that was a bit too bold, maybe. I can totally relate to when you're new and you try to make your mark, that you go maybe sometimes a little too far because you're so amped up about it and really wanting to break through.
You must be really satisfied with the outcome of your movie because now that we get to talk, I mean, it's just like you said, this movie united us so we can talk about these topics and themes and history. And I mean, it's great from Stockholm to Mexico. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty weird, but amazing at the same time.
Yeah, we made films before, and this was the most personal one yet because Philip really wanted to do something for his dad, and I've known Philip's dad for as long as I've known Philip, so I love him as well. So when Philip said, I'm going to take him on this trip and hopefully he will get back to the zest for life, and I said to him, well, could we maybe film that, because there might be something universal there. The risk, of course, if you make something really personal is that the reaction will be, well, good for you guys going on this trip, why the fuck should we care? But also, if you make something very personal, it can also be universal and relatable. pills. So I think that worked out pretty well.
Honestly, I think it is, because I don't want to get grim, but the message about dealing with the one you love getting older really hit me hard, because fortunately, I still have my 96-year-old grandpa with me. It really brought me back to those memories. And you know, it's just like in the movie, when time passes on and our body deteriorates, it just gets harder and harder and harder to accept the fact that things are not going to be like they used to. I want to know, after experiencing all of this, it's not my intention to make you depressed, but have you ever felt fear of becoming old?
That's also when we made the film. People are just going to become depressed from this, or like thinking, oh, time waits for no one, you know? The thing is that you got to be aware of what's waiting around the corner. If you're lucky enough to live a long life, it's a privilege to be able to become old, because ask all those people who died young, would you have preferred to become old? Yeah. Yeah, they would have said. So of course, I'm 52 and I feel okay, my body aches a bit more. I sleep terrible at night. Everything is going downhill. Enjoy it while you can, you know, and not think too much about it, because I think that's what happened to Philip's dad. He started thinking too much about his situation, even though he's way older than I am. You need to be aware of what's coming, but just not focus on it too much.
I think there's an old saying that says, you die whenever you stop being curious. That's when you truly die.
Bob Dylan said, he not busy being born is busy dying. That's also a great way of putting it.
Do you think there's a way to avoid this? I mean, we all get old, but do you think there's a way to avoid, you know, the depression or the downhill?
I think it's really hard. It's easy for me to sit here and say people should just enjoy life. Everybody has their ups and downs, and if you're in a down, you feel like there's no way I'm getting up from this. I'm certainly no expert, and I'm not going to sit here and give advice, because I don't have them. But I mean, if you have people around you and you're open about how you feel, at least maybe there is a friend there who can support you, or a family member or whatever.
Well, now that you mentioned a friend that supported you, I'm really impressed by the longevity of yours and Philip's friendship. You've been working together ever since you became friends, almost 30 years ago. And honestly, I just want to know how you do that. How do you maintain that without wanting to kill each other or ending up hating each other?
He lives in LA and I live in Stockholm, and I think that had we been together every day like you're in a marriage, that would have been harder to find the excitement, because we see each other like once per month or once every 6 weeks. It becomes exciting again, you know. I'm going to see Philip, great. We're a married couple living 9 time zones away. I think that's the remedy. I think that's good for us.
I think a true friendship is almost like a marriage without, you know, the legality of it, but it's like a marriage.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Now, I would like to wrap this up by saying how happy I am for Lars to get this chance to, you know, this moment in life. I feel that life itself is a compilation of moments such as this one, and that we should say yes more often, because we never know to what adventure it may lead us. Before we say our goodbyes, can you please tell me which is that one thing that it's still pending on your list that you gotta complete before passing away?
Oh, like a bucket list thing that I really want to do? Oh, wow. People always answer to swim with dolphins and stuff, but I'm not interested in that. Somebody told me that the best way to get drunk is to down a bottle of tequila while you lower your body into really hot water in a bathtub. So the tequila hits at the same time as the warm water. So maybe that's on my bucket list. To down a bottle of tequila and lower yourself down. And that almost feels like heroin or something. So it's a legal way to get high.
Wow. I'm gonna add that to my list. Come on, I never heard that before. I'm gonna start it, because
try it tonight.
Gonna keep it in mind. Frederick, thank you so much for your time. Have a great day, and thank you. Congrats on the film.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Insure those dolls.
I will. Trust me, I will. It's all I own. This is my life, so I will.
Do that. Good. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, Frederick.
Nu Lars, vilket äventyr! Ja, den sista resan.